Well, since 1990, Linda Zaunbrecher has served as the third vice president for the Louisiana Farm Bureau Federation Board of Directors. After 2.5 decades, Zaunbrecher retired from her position during the 93rd Annual LFBF Convention in New Orleans. On Friday, June 12th, I traveled to the Zaunbrecher farm in Gaydon to shoot the story about her retirement that we would later show during convention. But just 5 days later, her husband Wayne suddenly passed away. At that point, we decided it was best not to show this story at convention so soon after Mr. Wayne's passing. So here is the story behind one of the most powerful advocates for Louisiana agriculture.
For the past 54 years, Linda and Wayne Zaunbrecher shared countless cups of coffee and conversations about farming across this kitchen table.
I really didn't have an agricultural background. I lived in town, so to speak. I mean, within blocks of where rice fields were at that time, but never was exposed to agriculture. When you marry into a German farm family, you learn quickly. You learn to appreciate what they know and what they do. Wayne's daddy was very instrumental in getting me to be more active, I guess. He allowed me to do things that ordinarily the women in the family would not have done.
This planted a seed, and Linda grew an interest in all things related to agriculture. She became involved in the state and local Farm Bureau organizations to learn more about the industry and serve other farmers across the state. In 1990, she made history as the first woman elected to the Louisiana Farm Bureau Federation Executive Committee.
When I ran for this position that I've held for 25 years, there was a man in Crowley that asked me what made me think I would be able to serve in this capacity and get the job done as a woman. And it didn't take me, we laughed about it later because it didn't take 2 seconds when I told him, I said, well, I've been married to Wayne for 25 years. Doesn't that qualify me for something?
25 years later, her record of service speaks for itself. In an industry still dominated by men, Linda is a role model for not only her 2 daughters, but all women in agriculture.
I've tried for it not to look difficult, for one thing, whether it be Farm Bureau or other commodity organizations. It brings so much more to your operation and to what they're able to envision and do with their lives.
Through her many leadership roles in organizations like Farm Bureau, she became a powerful advocate for farmers across the state.
It's been 32 years total that I've been on the state board, and it's become family. It's become more than just an organization. I guess it's been very rewarding for me. I've met so many people that I would not have had the opportunity to meet. I've been able to attend meetings that I would never have dreamed of being able to be in. Having the privilege of going to Congress and being recognized by your congressman, and the appreciation that they have for Farm Bureau is very important. And it's been a lot easier over time as I grew older. You know, the lady with the white hair kind of thing, and so everybody seems to recognize me.
After 2.5 decades, Linda says she dedicated so much of her time to Farm Bureau in honor of her son, Dwayne, who passed away in 1989.
I think he would have contributed a lot to the organization, and if I could be a small part of what was going forward at that time, he wasn't going to be there, and maybe I could be.
The memory of both her son and her husband will live on through her legacy of leadership to Louisiana agriculture.
As we mentioned earlier, Mr. Wayne passed away on Wednesday, June 17, 2015. He was 76 years old. Both Wayne and Linda were so involved in Louisiana Farm Bureau activities, as well as many other ag associations in the state, and he will be greatly missed.